Happy hump day, everybody. The good news is I'm feeling a lot better. My voice definitely sounds much improved. And, I mean, okay, I'll get this out of the way. My low is the fact that, my mom and I got into a bit of an argument last night. Yeah, it happened. Basically, she accused me of doing something I didn't do, and yeah, it got bad. Honestly, it wouldn't necessarily bother me, except she actually leaves to fly to Las Vegas tomorrow. So, I mean, listen, my rule of thumb has always been if my mom or anyone's ever traveling and wherever, like arguing or anything, don't let them leave being mad, because if something were to happen to them on the way to or from wherever they're going, I wouldn't forgive myself. So, not really the best thing to happen. But other than that, yesterday was a pretty solid day overall. I mean, it was a rather quiet day. And my mom actually made a really solid dinner. We literally had steak, potatoes, and peas. That's what we had for dinner. But yeah, I'll probably talk to my mom after I upload this video and stuff. My high is, what specifically is my high? Gosh, I don't know. What is my high? I mean, I know Pokemon just celebrated its 30th anniversary, I believe. Or made a special announcement, but I don't think it's a milestone year. Shoot. I also know that a friend of mine brought one of her twin babies home from the NICU. That was really cool. But I got to know that. Yeah, unfortunately, again, Tuesday's just not a very busy day. It's honestly pretty quiet. Actually, you know what? Here's what my high is. I got new tires for my car, which, I desperately needed that, so. Yeah, seriously, my front passenger tire was losing air every day. And, well, now it shouldn't. But only time will tell. Let's see. My act of kindness was, actually I did several acts of kindness. I took the garbage out for my folks. I helped prepare dinner, and I emptied and filled the dishwasher yesterday. So yeah, I did a lot. Also, there was something that my mom wanted me to get a hold of, which I was able to do. Unfortunately, my mom won't be able to enact on this thing until after she gets back from Vegas. Hold on. Had to knock on wood, for her being gone, Actually, I just realized this is going to be the first weekend of 2024 that it's just going to be pretty much my dad and I. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love spending time with my dad, absolutely. And considering, it's been 2 weeks since my grandma died, giving support is exactly what he needs. But I cannot recall a single weekend of this whole year so far that my mom was gone. I can't. So it's really crazy that, she's not going to be here this weekend. I take her to the airport tomorrow. Although, it does give me some perspective on a few things. I mean, I get why my parents are going out to Vegas because, they probably are considering selling their place out there. Maybe, I don't really know. I don't know all the details. And then it also reminds me of like what's going to go on later this summer when I'll be in the great state of Colorado again. First time since 2018. And we're going to go back to Colorado because my grandmother wanted to scatter her ashes. So that's what we're going to do. Although, I mean, it makes me wonder because my grandmother passed away like this Saturday before Memorial Day. And obviously she got cremated. We had the actual funeral service in Las Vegas where she lived. Who's actually carrying her ashes? I legitimately don't know the answer to that. I know it's not my parents. By the way, I say my grandmother on my mother's side. I mean, the one that just recently passed away was on my father's side. My mother's side passed away the Saturday before Memorial Day last year. So, context. I feel I should explain that part before people get confused. Although both my grandmothers got cremated, so I could imagine why it's even more confusing. It's just a little bit crazy just how things turn out. I mean, I have thought about what I would like to have happen when I die. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't want to get cremated. Even though apparently in my family that's becoming the popular thing. Although the thought of me being in a box doesn't sound appealing either. See, this is why death already wasn't appealing, and then there's elements about death that make it even less appealing. I mean, so far the only cool thing I've seen, and like, this is the thing that was going on in like the early to mid 2010s, but apparently you could actually plant your body, whether it's corpse or ashes, with a tree seed, and it will eventually grow into a tree. And the thought process behind that is, what would you rather look at, a tombstone or a tree? Which, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it would suck if someone were to cut down the tree, or the tree were to fall down. I just got a message from my mom. Yeah, my mom wanted me to text her the antibiotic that I'm currently taking. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. The text is on my phone, but I'm using my phone currently for obvious reasons. And the cool thing about the whole tree thing is, like, there's actually some sort of, like a sensor, a microchip that uses a satellite. So if any family members want to visit your tree, they'll be able to find your tree. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, look, there's a whole lot of reasons why. I mean, I can tell you a lot of reasons why I think it's actually kind of cool to do that. I mean, you're growing more trees. That helps the environment greatly. Again, looking at tombstones, not really the most uplifting thing a person can do. So looking at a tree, that's already better. Plus, what if you get to decide what tree you want to grow into? I mean, oh my gosh. Like, what if like in interviews, sometimes the person who's interviewing asks you, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? And like the first response is usually oak, because I'm strong, independent. I can withstand a lot of adversity, like stuff like that, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like growing into an oak tree, that'd be kind of cool. But like, what if you grew into like some kind of fruit tree, like an apple tree or a peach tree? That'd be really cool. Or better yet, like, what if you could also decide where you're buried? And so, like, because of where you decide where you want to be buried and where your tree's gonna grow, like, it could, like, if you're on, like, in California, avocados, Florida, oranges. Again, I just mentioned peaches. Go down to Georgia. I got my peaches down in Georgia. Okay. Oh, gosh. I have like several peach-related puns that are songs as well. Then again, I do live in upstate New York. An apple tree sounds most fitting. Again, it was just stuff I was kind of thinking about. I mean, listen. I hope I really never die. At least not for a very, very, very long time. I mean, I also think about like the legacy that I want to leave. Because here's the thing, like the crazy thing is, my grandmother didn't want any calling hours when she just passed. The one that just recently passed. I mean, and with my grandmother out in Las Vegas, between like we're sort of in the we're just beginning to be recovered from the pandemic, as well as she was all the way out in Las Vegas, she didn't really have many, seriously, neither of my grandmothers had calling hours. Neither of them did. I mean, my grandfather on my mother's side did. But that's it. I mean, for sure, I definitely want to have calling hours. Why? I mean, listen, I like to believe that, I've met and have befriended a lot of extraordinary people. And naturally, if any of those people were to pass on, I would certainly do all I could to pay my respects. So, yeah, I would definitely have, calling hours. I mean, the reason why my grandmother on my father's side, the one who just recently passed, didn't have calling hours because she didn't have anyone to look at her, or something along those lines. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, no pun intended, it is your funeral, but the point of having calling hours is for people to pay respects. I mean, yeah, it's your funeral, but, there are so many people that you probably, influenced and befriended and, not to sound dirty, touched. Why would you deny people paying respects? So, yeah. For sure, I'm definitely having calling hours. No doubt about that. I mean, I hope a lot of people do come. Because that's the thing, I know I'm going to be dead, and obviously I'm not going to know who's going to be there. But I'd like to believe that, again, a lot of people would show up for the actual service. I mean, I'm going to have it in the church. And, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be there to pay my respects. And honestly, that's the one thing about me passing, I think that's going to be the most sad for everybody else. Because, listen, at this point, it's pretty obvious. I'm a rather sensitive guy. And I hate seeing other people feel sad as well. Just the thought of people, weeping for me. Like that, I wish that doesn't happen. I mean, I'm sure it is going to. And if it does, That's in no way a bad thing. But the fact that people are sad because of me, whether it's me passing or whatever, like, I'm sorry, but I made my fair share of mistakes in life, absolutely. Some of which I will be answering for. Hopefully I go up there. But you know, I like to believe I really did try to be a good person. I really did try to, you know, I mean, listen, back in like January 2019, I was supposed to kill myself. I've literally been going through my life not knowing what the hell I'm doing. I didn't think anyone would miss me back then. So the fact I'm here now, I'm sure some people would miss me. I mean, my family would certainly miss me. I have friends who would definitely miss me. Sorry this video is getting kind of grim. I mean, again, it's only Wednesday. I mean, we have the Masked Singer tonight. Nothing's going on Thursday. So, yeah, we're kind of in a rut. So, again, if this video is kind of, you know, a little grim for you, I apologize. But please know that, you know, this is what I'm thinking at the moment, you know? I mean, listen, yeah, I'm sick right now, but this is laryngitis, a sinus infection, an ear infection, a bit of a cough. Like, come on, people get that stuff all the time. Okay, maybe not the laryngitis part, but still, you know, I'm just currently under the weather now, but this isn't going to kill me. I'm going to be around for a long time. And I hope to never stop doing this until the bitter end. But if that day does come again, I hope that I was a good person, everybody. I hope you like this video, like this video on YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I am very homely in this video. For all of you guys watching, enjoy our video. Hope we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you want to talk to them, always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.